is the Queen, Whitney Houston. I'm your baby tonight. So Jasmine Sanders and Carmel Hammer, of course, over the weekend, Trump showed how divisive he could be as a president by asserting the fact that if you refuse to stand for the national anthem, that you are a son of a bitch and you should be fired. Now, so a quiet protest should be fired and they're sons of bitches, but people burning tiki torches and running over innocent white women with cars are decent people. That's the thing I don't understand. This is what he trucks in, divisiveness. He got mad because Stephen Curry said he wasn't coming, so he uninvited him. Why don't you uninvite him to a lot of stuff he ain't coming to? Why don't you uninvite him to a Klan rally? Why don't you uninvite him to a Fox News picnic? Why don't you invite him to a Tea Party rally? None of those are coming. Here's the thing, Mr. President, you don't seem to understand. The only way, if anybody wins a championship and they got full of black or brown people, they're not coming. They're not coming to see you. Do you know why? Because we believe that you are racist. White people, of course, you can get a hockey team to go. White people a little more accepting of that. They don't have to go to see the president to see somebody's racist or hear racist views. They can go to Thanksgiving or Christmas or church. They hear it all the time, and they accept it. It's from their fathers and their uncles and their neighbors. This man has been determined to do what people are determined to do all the time. Every time I hear the word patriot, I know nigga ain't far behind. It is amazing that the very anthem that was taken from a poem by Francis Scott Key that talked about killing black people is the very anthem, is the very thing you decided to use for an anthem. And that very anthem, the words in the original poem, which talks about killing black people, are the very reason that black people are protesting right now. And stop with this notion that you're going to set people on, like these athletes, these rich athletes, they should just, what you want to say is, nigga, play, just play. You're making a mistake. Just because it says NFL owner doesn't mean they actually own those players. They don't own them at all. Every time somebody speaks out, particularly somebody who has made it out of a situation because of their athletic prowess or their skill or their ability to translate art, every time what we hear is, shut up, just be grateful, you made it. So because I made it or they made it, you're supposed to not care about where you came from? Athletes and entertainers have a unique perspective, particularly ones who came from very poor circumstances. We've seen where we come from, and we know where we are. That gives us a continuum of experience that very few people have. If you've been rich all your life, you ain't never seen it. If you've been poor all your life, you probably never seen it. But if you've been both, you have a continuum of experience that allows you to interpret things. It allows you to say things. It allows you to see things. What's the point of being famous if you only use it for what you want? Fame costs. And when you say, just shut up and play and they should be grateful, what you're saying is know your place. You said that these athletes, this man sat there and basically said that an athlete's, football players kneeling in silent protest should be fired. They're an embarrassment to the country. They should be fired. They have betrayed America. They should be fired. Meanwhile, the Confederacy, who actually did betray America, you fight for those monuments. You fight to keep them there. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite, and anybody who follows you is a hypocrite. Because this is coded racism. Nigga, know your place. You didn't pay them for their silence. You paid them for your swiftness. You paid them for their speed. You paid them for their strength. You paid them for their hard work. You paid them for their stick-to-itiveness. You paid them for their tenacity. You don't pay for their silence. That's extra. That's a bridge too far. The only reason to have anything is to use it to say what you see. And I'm so proud of these people, except for the Cowboys who decided that they would take the way out. I'm so proud of these young men who knew what was wrong and said something against it. Like Gandhi said first they ignored us. Then they laughed at us. Then they fought us. And then we won. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Because even the people who once supported you can see you're divisive and small-minded and hateful. You're not a patriot. You're a pariah. That's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.